nuclear powers, I settled that. But yesterday could be the settlement in the Middle East. That hasn't happened for 3,000 years. I said,
Now,
how long have you been fighting? 3,000 years. So that's a long time.
this man just said something
We got it, I think, settled.
that I don't think
Hamas has to agree.
a lot of people have picked up
And they know
on,
it's going to be very tough on them, but it is what it is.
and it's going to let you know where he's coming
Arab
next.
nations, Muslim nations have agreed.
We get to it.
Israel has agreed. It's an amazing thing. It just came together. War is very strange. You know, you never know what's going to happen with war. The easiest one of them all is Putin. I said, number one, it's a war that would have never happened if I were president, if the election weren't rigged. If I were president,
It happened because you were president, fool. You gave him the green light.
But I knew Putin very well, and I thought that would be easy because I know him so well. Well, that one turned out to be the hardest of them. We had some that were not settleable, and they all got settled. So if this works out, that we did yesterday with the Middle East, then that's more than a war. That's lots of wars. That's all combined. That's a lot of wars. Many of you were over there.
Now, he's brought all these generals together
That's a big,
to give a fucking political
big part of the
speech.
earth. But if that works out, it would be.
But the real reason is why
I could give
he's getting
myself
ready
2 or 3 for
to
that one. And then we just
mobilize
we have to
domestically
settle it up with President Putin.
and try to
And
suppress
Zelensky got to get them together and get it done.
black and brown
The only way
people.
we can do that is through strength. I mean, if we
I'm
were
telling
weak, they wouldn't even take my phone call. But we have extreme strength. We had the horror show
But what he's about
in
to say,
Afghanistan, which is really the reason I think that Putin went in. He saw
in a
that
few
horror
minutes,
show by Biden and his
is going to
team.
let you know where he's
They
coming
dominated
next.
people. And that showed, I think it gave him a path in. I wasn't there any longer. I watched that. It was so horrible. I think it was the most embarrassing day in the history of our country.
No, that was the day we elected your
And now we're
ass.
back. And that's it.
Yeah,
We're not
and
gonna
now
have
you
any of
back.
that crap happen, I can tell you.
A second
That was
embarrassment.
terrible, so terrible. Together we're reawakening the warrior spirit, and this is a spirit that won and built this nation, and from the
Reawakening, but not
cavalry
woke.
that tamed the Great Plains to the
gotta listen
ferocious
to his
and yielding
words.
power of Patton Bradley, the great General Douglas MacArthur. These are all great men. In this effort, we're a team, and so my message to you is very simple. I am with you, I support you, and as president, I have your backs 100%. You'll never see me even waver a little bit. That's the
You
way
see,
it is.
He's
And
trying
that
to get the
includes
military
every
on
police
his
officers
side
and firemen and all of
to
these
support
people
the
that
shit
are
that
doing
he's trying to do
so well. Together over the next few years,
to create
we're going
this
to
new
make our
civil war.
military stronger, tougher, faster, fiercer, and more powerful than it has ever been before.
You see, if the South would have had control of the full military back then,
And also, just hope we never have to use it. We have to hope we
the
never
Civil
have
War
to
would have
use it.
turned out differently.
Because the power of that is
Trump
so
knows that.
incredible. I see things I don't think they'd show it to you. I really wouldn't want them to show it to you. But when you see the result of what's left, you never want to use that. Never, never, ever. We were a little bit threatened by Russia recently, and I sent a submarine, nuclear submarine, the most lethal weapon ever made. Number one, you can't detect it. There's no way. We're 25 years ahead of Russia and China in submarines. Russia's actually second in submarines.
This cat is so
China's third,
fucking
but they're
demented.
They're coming up. They're way lower in nuclear too.
And
but in
low
5 years
IQ.
They'll be equal. They're coming up.
Oh, he's a great con
And you
man.
don't have to be
He's very
Yeah,
high
good
Q
with
when it comes to
nuclear, yeah.
conning and selling and lying.
1/20th what you have now. And
But listen to
still
this
the
motherfucker,
damage
man.
that would be,
What is he talking about?
That'd be so horrendous. But I announced that
His vocabulary is so
mention of
limited.
Nuclear, and it was really a stupid person that works for I mentioned the word nuclear.
Now, here we go.
A submarine or two, I won't say about the two, over to the coast of Russia, just to be careful, because we can't let people throw around that word. I call it the N word.
There you go.
There are 2 N words, and you can't use either of them. You can't use either of them.
Now,
And
I wanted to capture that
If it does get to use, we have more than anybody else.
because he's going to get to the point now where
But it's
this
something
freedom
we
of speech
don't
shit,
even have to think about. But when
he's
somebody
gonna come
mentions that submarine
and
started
say black
immediately
people can't
thereafter,
use the word nigger.
And it's just lurking, but I'm sure
Not
we're
nigger.
not gonna have to use it.
Not nigger,
But it's an amazing.
but nigger. The way we use
It's
it.
undetectable. Totally, ours is.
You see, we tell these
theirs is
motherfuckers,
totally
when we use it,
detectable.
it ain't got no
We can detect
racial
it.
connotations.
We
It
can
ain't no
respond.
negative
But
slur.
we have,
When you use it, it can only be used in
apparatus
one
that
way.
doesn't allow
But the
detection.
problem
It doesn't
is,
allow detection at all. By
these
anybody
motherfuckers don't like the fact that
above
we
water
can say it in
or
public
words.
and use that
We're
shit
way
freely,
ahead of everybody
and they
in that.
can't.
And other things. As a result of the exciting
It's
renewal
because you're not
spirit
part
of our armed
of
forces,
the
and that's
culture,
what it is.
motherfucker.
It's really reaching that spirit, unprecedented heights over the past 8 months.
But I just had to
Listeners,
capture that
I'm so proud of this.
Because I'm telling you,
Have surged to
that's
record
coming
highs, the
next.
highest we've ever had. And we
Please believe
used
it.
to have recruiting shortages. If you remember, about a year and a half ago, I was at the beginning stage of a campaign, and things came out that you couldn't get people to join the armed forces. And by the way, the police also, fire department, I always put the fire department in because they're great. They're great. And I got 95% of their vote too, that helps. When you get 95% of the vote, you always have to mention them. But they're great. And they're brave in our inner cities, which we're going to be talking about because it's a big part of war now. It's a big part of war.
Yeah.
But the firemen
The
go
inner
up in ladders
cities
and you
is
people
where the
shooting
war
at
is
them
gonna be
while they're
fought.
up in ladders. I don't even know if anybody heard that.
Listen, people,
And I said, don't talk about it.
Pay
You
attention.
have to- Our firemen are incredible. They're up in one of these ladders that goes way up to the sky, rescuing people, and you have animals shooting at them, shooting bullets at firemen. that are
animals,
way up
in the inner
in
city.
death territory. You fall off that ladder, it's over.
this man
It's over. They don't
He's
even
gearing
have to
up
inspect you
for
when you hit
domestic
the ground. And you have people shooting bullets at them in some
War.
of these inner cities.
directed
We're not gonna let that
at
happen.
black and brown people.
So I always mention the firemen because that's actually a big problem
man,
we
look.
have. They're unbelievable. Like you, they're unbelievable people. For the first time on record in 2025, the Navy, Air Force, and Space Force all met or surpassed their recruiting goals 3 months early. That never happened before. And the Army did even better. Congratulations, Army.
They're gonna do
They
way
met
worse after
everything, and
today.
These were the highest standards because we're making it larger. So these were much higher standards than you had 4 years ago.
Motherfuckers
3
ain't gonna
years
sign
ago
up for
during
this
the
shit, man.
Sleepy Joe Biden year.
But anyway, I just had to capture that, bro.
The Army did it
I'll be back.
4 months